What's up, guys? I just got this guy in the mail a little bit ago, so I'm just going to kind of give a real quick overview. I guess maybe a review, but I have only had it for a few days, admittedly. It is the Qpad Fx36 Battlefield 4 edition. Basically, all that means is you get the pretty Battlefield logo and picture on the top of the mouse for the print. It's the guy running through the rain with big tanks behind him. So, if you like Battlefield, I guess that's a little extra perk, but let's get down to the mouse pad here. I'm going to be comparing this to the QCK Plus. That's kind of the one I've been using as of late. And it's pretty traditional, just like most other cloth mats. It's got a nice tacky rubber on the bottom, so it's not going to be sliding around anywhere. I think their claim to fame, Qpad, is they heat treat the top of the fibers of the mouse or mouse pad or something like that to make it more smooth. But to really be honest, I kind of felt the QCK Plus has a little bit smoother glide than this mouse pad, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think it depends on what type of player you are and what you're looking for. I think that this mouse pad is going to be really good for a player that uses a lower DPI and lower in-game sensitivity, and they're having to really mouse pretty fast and swipe pretty fast because of that, due to the fact that this has a little added friction on the top. And when I preface friction, it's still a cloth pad, so it's still a smooth glide, but it feels like it's got a little bit more friction, or I guess stopping power, opposed to the QCK Plus. And again, I think if you're a guy that's really whipping your mouse out there, I think that may pay dividends for you. But again, just like with mice, all this stuff, it really just kind of comes down to personal preference, which makes me do kind of laugh. I'm a pretty avid follower of Twitch TV streams, and everybody always asks the good players, oh, what type of sensitivity do you use and what type of mouse do you use? I mean, there are a couple of raw basic features that, certain things these items provide. Like, case in point, I'm trying not to get too far off the subject here, but like a laser sensor to an optical sensor. Well, yeah, I mean, there's going to be a couple of different things where you're not going to really be disputing, or preference isn't going to get involved there. But what it really comes down to is it doesn't really matter what the guy next to you is playing with. It matters what is most comfortable to yourself. And again, yeah, with that said, I would say this mouse pad too, this is the 36 model. They make a couple of other models as well, so Qpad considers this the medium-sized mat. Just eyeballing it, again, sorry, I'm lazy. I guess I could have given you the full specs in terms of the size of this, but eyeballing it right now, because this is sitting on top of my QCK Plus, I would say their medium-sized model is probably 25% smaller than the QCK Plus. But again, when referencing the QCK Plus, this thing is about the size of a doormat, so their medium-sized mat, to me at least, looks like it's got plenty of real estate, especially if you're a little bit higher DPI gamer. This is not going to be a problem. You're going to have plenty of room here. So, yeah, I mean, I definitely would recommend this if you're looking for a cloth mat with just a little bit more friction. Then if you're familiar with the QCK, or you do play with the QCK and you're trying to look for maybe something a little bit different, I know Qpad's a pretty reputable company, and they're pretty prevalent in the Counter-Strike global offensive pro scene. I've seen them sponsor a fair amount of people, and even seen some of the pros using their mats. So I figured, heck, why not? Let's give this thing a try. And another thing too, I did get this for a pretty good deal on Amazon. They're bundling it with I think it's an add-on feature they're doing right now. So basically, if you spend, I believe it's $20 or $25, you will get this mat for only $3.99. So I figured $3.99, yeah, I can roll a dice on that. Hard for a mouse mat to really be a dud, unless you just completely dislike the texture. But at that point, I probably would question as to what you think that you were purchasing, and did you do the research before you bought it. So I guess I rambled on a little bit too long here with a mouse mat, but yeah, I would definitely recommend it. It looks like it's got a pretty solid build, much like the QCK Plus. And again, if you can find this thing for $3.99, why the heck not, right? Thanks.